everyone, happy November. We are officially past my very favorite month of the year, October. And with that being said, I got through a ton of scents. This is not only my favorite month just like in general, but it's my favorite month scent wise. Like I really love pumpkin scents, I love apple, I love sage, I love like all of the candy type scents and bakery heavy scents with spices. So everything was like right up my alley. And I got through more than I expected. Well, maybe not more than I expected. I got through pretty much what I expected to get through. And I enjoyed all of them so much. So I went through 4 soaps this month. Actually, 2 of the soaps were pretty much finished last month, but I just didn't put them in the empties. But I went through like mostly 2 soaps this month and, 2 from last month. And then I went through 1 full candle, and I think I counted altogether 40 wax melts, including like clamshells and bags and all of these little 2-ounce scent shots here. Also, at the end of this video, once I show you all of the empties, I will be sharing with you my candy bags and brittle bars and chunk bags and different scents that there were bigger quantities of or larger amounts of that I didn't quite finish, but I did use a good majority and have a well thought out opinion on. So I'm going to share all of those at the end. And I think that there's like maybe 10 big bags of those to share. So not too many, but let me just jump right in with the candle that I finished first. So I'll zoom you in a tiny bit and then kind of hold this up if I can, if that's easy enough. This is a Yankee Candle jar in the scent Forbidden Apple mixed with Sweet Seduction. So this is one of their, I think it's a medium-sized jar. And it was pretty much just like 2 colors, a green and an orange, and they were combined. I think each of the colors were different scents. So the Forbidden Apple, I believe, was the green, and the Sweet Seduction was the orange color. And when they melted, they formed like this really interesting smell. So to me, I don't know. This one's I really, really like this one. But the first like 3 burns, which I've been burning this for like the past 3 or maybe 4, I think probably the past 3 Halloweens I've been burning this on. And it was so much stronger those years than this year. This year I feel like I could barely smell it. And in fact, it gave me a ton of problems with like tunneling, and I try to be really good about burning and not letting things tunnel. Like if it starts to, I'll grab tinfoil to help it, or like an aluminum lid, I'll put it in a hurricane. I really, really try to avoid it, but this one gave me trouble. So I ended up actually just dumping it, which is why some of the edge looks weird. Or actually, I took a spoon and I just like scooped it out, if you're really wondering. So it helped a little bit, and then it did burn pretty much down to the wick clip. There's like a little bit left kind of on the edges, but really not much. I like the smell. The candy corn mixed with the apple, it's like a really unique, like crisp, tart, but sweet kind of like vanilla honey type of scent. I really did enjoy it quite a bit. I got through, let's see, so for soaps, I'll go through the hand sanitizers first. Some of these are really random and won't really make sense for October, but I finished them anyway because they were close to being done. This one here is Raspberry Lemon Sorbet. This was a super nice scent. It was just like a tart, lemony, but maybe a little like raspberry-y. It kind of smelled like the 90s. I don't know. It reminded me of like my childhood, but it was really nice. And then this one is Maui Mango Mai Tai. I think I've already emptied like another one of these exact same ones. And I love this. I really prefer the spray form of the hand sanitizer from Bath & Body Works over the gel. I think that this is just easier to use and it dries a little bit faster, less sticky. Sometimes I think that the gel is a little bit like sticky on my hands. So I really did enjoy this scent. If you maybe remember me talking about it before, is like one of my favorite Bath and Body Works scents of all time. So I finished that one up. And then I have 4 soaps. So I'll start with the ones that were mostly finished in September. So this is pumpkin apple. I love the like gold leaf type of packaging on this. This is just like a really nice apple, like exactly split in half apple and pumpkin scent. Everyone knows what this is. There's like a little bit of like clove in it. Actually dropped this one in the dirt when we were camping and got it kind of like, I think my partner dropped it in the dirt, but it got kind of dirty, so don't mind that. But it was a really nice scent, and I was happy to finish that one up. Also in September, for the most part, I just had like probably like a little less than half. So I also finished up Afternoon Apple Picking, which is a scent I always put out every single year in September. This is one of my favorite hand soap scents from Bath and Body Works of all time. It is just like the super juicy, delicious, fresh, like just cut into it or bit into it apple scent. I don't really smell the cinnamon in it, but the pear makes it super juicy. So love this one. Really happy. Will always repurchase that one. Those 2 are just classics, you know, in my opinion. And then 2 other classics for October are these 2, which this first one here, back up. This first one here is Perfect Pumpkin, another amazing label. So pretty. I cannot get over how cool that like pumpkin and the moon kind of like shine. This is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. If you guys didn't know that, they just did like a little Halloween twist on it, which is fine with me. I think they even have like funny names for the descriptions. Yeah, Carved Pumpkin, Spooky Cinnamon, and Moonlit Vanilla. So it's just pumpkin, cinnamon, and vanilla. It's really nice. This is just my sister actually doesn't like this one. She got Perfect Pumpkin. She was like, that smells disgusting. I like it a lot. I think it's a almost apple-y kind of smelling pumpkin, but maybe the cinnamon makes me think of that. I don't know. It smells really nice to me. This one is like a classic. We'll always repurchase. I know a lot of people don't like sweet cinnamon pumpkin in general, but I do. And Vampire Blood. This is another Halloween staple around my house in October. The scent notes on this are red berries, night blooming jasmine, and petrifying plum. This one had a really cool label on it. I loved the trees with the bats. In fact, these bats kind of look similar to what I had up in my house for decor. There is like so little left of this that I'm not going to save this for the next month's empties like I did with the other 2 soaps over there. I'm just sharing this with you guys now since I have like a few, like maybe a day left of this. Yeah, so that is Vampire Blood, another favorite. And what should I do next? I guess I will go through, I'm actually going to scoot you guys a little bit closer. And I think I'll go through all of my non-Midnight Daydream Wax Company scents because I have less of that. So I'll zoom you out. Let's see. Okay. So for the first things I'll go through are my bags. I think that will be the easiest. Yes. So I have from Sweet Sage Scents, I went through a scent in Solitude. This was a little, what are they called? Sugar skull, like a little shaped orange sugar skull. And it was really pretty, but it was super thin, like very thin wax melt. And I did not think that I was going to get a strong throw on that at all because of how thin it was. And because this was a July 2019 scent that I got. So I wasn't expecting much, but my goodness, it was better than I expected. There's blood orange, Egyptian amber, vanilla patchouli, and sandalwood. And I actually ended up writing on the back of all of these my thoughts. So for this one, I said, surprisingly strong for the size, unique, orange woodsy notes, and patchouli. So I really liked this one. It was shocking how strong it was. And that was just a bathroom scent, which it's not like you need anything super blowy out of the house in the bathroom, but it did its job. So I was really impressed. Another wax melt from Sweet Sage Scents was I'm saying a ton. I'm sorry, you guys. This was like a little zombie girl, like a blue zombie. If you watched the October Melting Basket, then you maybe saw it. This was in the scent a blueberry cheesecake, blackberry, and Danish butter cookies. This one was an 8 out of 10. It was a super creamy blueberry bakery scent. I ended up putting this one, I cut it in half and put it 2 halves in my living room, and it filled the space like super well, and it just smelled like exactly like what it says, just blueberries, cookies, and some like heavy dark blackberry. I finished a little pumpkin in charred jack-o'-lantern from the Bathing Gardens. This was just a really delicious, woodsy, kind of smoky pumpkin scent. I said 9 out of 10, so I should let you guys know I put this in my Walmart bulb warmer in my bathroom. I said 9 out of 10 classic smoky pumpkin, great Halloween scent, which it is exactly that. It's just like the perfect Halloween pumpkin scent because it's kind of smoky and woodsy and really nice. This one here, both of these are from Salt Mountain Melts. These were clamshells, or like the shucked clamshells, like in the bags. Cheers Ghoul. Oh, both of these were so freaking good. I loved these. So Cheers Ghoul, I said, was an 8.5 out of 10 for throw. It is a deep, heavy, toasted, pumpkin-y scent. The notes on this were pumpkin, toasted coconut, caramel, clove, bourbon, maple, and toasted oak. And I think like the toasted oak mixed with the bourbon and the maple just like really made it heavy, like a very heavy, warm, sweet, not masculine, like maybe slightly masculine, I guess. I guess the bourbon maybe made me think that, but it's just like a very unique fall scent. I really haven't smelled a ton of wax melts quite like this one, and this one was really impressive. And I hope that Amanda brings that back next year because I really, really liked that. Another one that I really liked that didn't come back this year was Black Magic. Now, let's see. If this one was another 8 out of 10, I wrote mature, sexy witch's perfume for this, which is funny. But that's exactly what this smelled like. It's blackberry merlot, cedar, amber, sandalwood, smoky whiskey, tobacco flower, marshmallow, and patchouli. So there are so many notes in this that it almost seemed like it would overwhelm you, but it was like all of it blended just made like this like gorgeous like mature perfume type scent, but not like perfume like headache inducing perfume. It was like maybe the amber and the patchouli and the sandalwood made it pull a little bit more perfumey. But it was just so good. I really enjoyed this one as well. And the marshmallow was like sweet. I want to sniff this bag again. It was that good. Oh, it's so good. So unique, so good. I really hope she brings that one back as well. And then finally, another bag that I finished up is from L3 Waxing Wonders, which is a vendor that's like somewhat new to me. I only have ordered from them twice, and I was really, really impressed with this one. So I said the throw was a 7 out of 10. I said it was interesting that you could really smell the notes all equally, which is true. So it's Leaves Cupcakes at Tiffany's, which I think everyone knows. Leaves is like the Bath and Body Works type, and Cupcakes at Tiffany's is like a chocolate cupcake, I believe, with like toffee maybe. And then Feed Me Seymour, which Feed Me Seymour from them is green apple and caramel. Crazy, like seems strange, but it just worked so well. It was like spicy bakery tart with a green apple, rich with a caramel. Really nice. Really enjoyed this one a ton. So those are all of the bags. I'm gonna show you the clamshells. These 3 clamshells that I got through are all from Gypsy Monroe Wax Company. She's out of business now, but I wanted to just use what I have, and then just kind of get through them. So I won't like talk heavily on them, but I did enjoy them all quite a bit, and I really liked the labels, which I'm sad about because they're really cute labels. Toil and Trouble was pumpkin, cream cheese, ginger snaps, vanilla wafers, and salted caramel. This one was 8 out of 10. Enjoyed. Not too heavy on the ginger because I don't like ginger, so that was fine with me. Very creamy and caramely. So that was that one. I also went through Winifred Sanderson, which is Cider Lane, roasted marshmallows, and apple cider donuts. And I wrote on this, it was a 9.5 out of 10. I loved it so much, which I remember loving this one. It was a perfect blend of all three of those notes. And then finally is Wednesday Friday Adams, which is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Sweet Milk, Fluffy Marshmallows, and Funnel Cake. And I gave this one a 5.5 out of 10. It was subtle, but it was a sweet, creamy cinnamon scent. So it was like, I don't know, like a very toned down cinnamon type of scent, which usually expect cinnamon to be stronger. So that was fine. That was an okay one. And let's see, before I get into all of these, because I have so many for Midnight Daydream, I think I should just show you the last 4 scent shots that I have here from just some random other vendors that aren't all the same. These 2 right here are from Sassy Girl Aroma. Let me get a little closer. Let me turn this down a click. So this one was Bewitched. And the notes of this, if I'm remembering properly, were like Red Hot, maybe? Like Red Hot, like the candies, Red Hots. And, let's see, what is that purple perfume? Love Spell. There we go. Love Spell from Victoria's Secret. So this one was like a really strange mix of scents. I gave it a 4 out of 10. I put this in my bathroom, and I remember it not really doing much for me. It was soft, but it was like perfumey because of the Love Spell, but like kind of like spicy because of the Red Hot cinnamon. So that one was nice, but not like crazy. Another one is Sage Pomegranate. This one is funny. I remember this one. Get ready for this, you guys. I said 9 out of 10 or 10. It was incredibly strong. I remember that. And I wrote Grandma's Perfume. It smelled like a really rich berry mixed with like the earthy sage. It was like a hippie Grammy perfume. It was not great. It was florally almost and just not my favorite. Yes. Usually it's the strong ones that always throw you out of the house, right? This one, okay. This I got as a little sample in a D-stash, like an extra bonus, kind of like they threw it in there. I've never ordered from Ebony Violet before, and now I'm going to because of this scent alone. This is By the Campfire. Blackberry Merlot, whiskey, cocoa marshmallow, sandalwood, amber, and patchouli. This was such a good October scent. Like, I almost wish the name was something more like Halloween themed because it was so like, in my mind, it was so Halloween. This was just, it smelled like once I melted this, I put it in my bedroom and in the bathroom. I cut it in half and it was so strong. It was, I gave it like an 8.9, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes different days vary, I guess, but I remember it being really strong. I said an adult camping trip on Halloween is how I described this. The marshmallow, like the cocoa marshmallow, really stood out surprisingly, but mixed with the whiskey or like the Merlot, like was also like, you could almost like smell the alcohol. And then like the patchouli made it Halloween to me. So don't know. My mind did a weird thing when I was enjoying this, but I really, really, really enjoyed this one. Highly recommend. If it comes back, I'm going to keep my eyes out around Halloween, I guess, for that. This is Wicks Halloween Puppuccino. I remember putting this one in, and I think it's just like, I don't know the notes on it. I think it's just like a vanilla, pumpkin vanilla maybe scent. I gave it a 1 out of 10. I said it just smelled like really, really, really light vanilla cupcakes is all I got from this, which is fine. I probably should have saved that and like melted it, blended it with something. Just, I like to do that with just like classic vanilla scents. But I digress. It was fine. And then one more bag, which is actually going to move us into the Midnight Daydream Wax Company goodies, all the rest of this stack that I have over here. This bag is in Casper's Cupcakes, Frosted Pumpkin Cupcakes, and Marshmallow Bean Cookies. I was excited to melt this one. It was in the shape of a pumpkin. It was light, like most vanilla pumpkin or vanilla vanilla cupcake scents, in my opinion, are typically light. Hence this, if it's a vanilla cupcake scent, it's usually going to be pretty light, unless it's like blended with something else, I guess. And this was light. I gave it a 3.5 or 3.5 out of 10, and I said just light bakery scent. So that one was good, just fine. And now I will pull down these for you guys to see. So many goodies. I was so excited to use up my massive collection of Halloween scents from Harrison. First, I have Hocus Pocus. This was a mysterious elixir straight from the witch's cauldron. And I gave this one an 8.10. I said licorice ? Unique. So yeah, to me this smells like a lot like just licorice mixed with, I don't know, something else. But it was really unique and I did like it quite a bit. I remember enjoying that one. This is Haunted Hayride, which is experience the All Hallows Eve tradition of a haunted hayride. This one to me is just a very like grassy and floral type scent, and it's pretty strong because usually it's like the florals are usually the stronger. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely a really unique scent. This one here is Jeepers Creepers. This is a trick or treat bag full of candy. Super crazy how you can smell, like it smells like you're sticking your nose in a bag of candy. You smell chocolate, you smell like gummies, you smell like lollipops, you smell like Smarties. You can really smell like a different array of candies. I'm smelling all of these again because I'm sad I don't want to throw them all out or like recycle them. Oh, they're all so good. I gave it a 7.10 for the throw. Unique, smells just like a bag of candy. Okay. Thanks, Alexis. Thank you, past Alexis. And then 3 more. This one here is Casper's Donuts. Let's see. Pumpkin sugar donuts with a buttery maple syrup glaze. I gave this one a 6.5. I said authentic glazed donut scent. And I do remember really enjoying this one quite a bit. Plus, all of these names, I love. Every time I would go to put a new scent, one of like Harrison's scents in my warmer, it would just make me excited because I would say like, oh, what am I going to smell like today? What's my house going to smell like today? Friday the 13th. Then I'd watch Friday the 13th. Or like, oh, what's this one? Oh, October 31st. I put this one on in my bathroom on Halloween and it smelled like Halloween. It's just different things. I don't know. I just enjoyed that. So Friday the 13th is, if it focuses, caramel apple cider and snickerdoodle cookies. This one is super cidery. So 7 out of 10. Very spicy. Something of ginger. Let me sniff it again. I just remember it being spicy. I think I said something about ginger, like a lot of ginger, and maybe. I guess it smelled like gingerbread, I guess, to me just now. So must have been stronger when it was melting. And then this one is October 31st. I loved this one. Could not have a better scent to melt on Halloween. It is, the description is a spooky Halloween night. So, perfect. I said 8 out of 10 for throw. Love. I loved it. I was like, love. Perfect Halloween scent. So awesome. Loved that one. And now on to the rest of these goodies. I guess I'll pull out, there's a few that I didn't have notes on the back, and I'll just try to go off the top of my head and see if I remember what these ones were like. So this one here is Amityville, which is $1 million pound cake, bear claws, and vanilla hazelnut cappuccino. I remember when I melted this one. Okay, so also let me just preface. I can't talk. Let me just start by saying that all of these 2-ounce scent shots, when I had melted them, first off, I gave them all like general scent notes. None of them went below a 6 for me, if I'm remembering properly. So they were all decently strong. And let's see, 7 out of 10. The general idea, or the general number that they fell for like throw was like 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Most of them are 7 out of 10. If I remember one of them that was like super light, I'll let you guys know. But for the most part, these were all about the same throw. Now, maybe were they better last year when they were fresher? Who knows? Because I didn't melt them then. Because I had a problem and saved them all. So where was I? Oh, Amityville. I'm losing track. Sorry, guys. This one smelled just like a coffee shop. It smelled like you were walking into a coffee shop. It smelled like cappuccino. It smelled like hazelnuts, which I'm not a crazy fan of, but my partner really likes. So this one was nice, a decent scent. Ichabod Crane is kettle corn, mulled cider, and brown sugar blondies. This one is so good. Crazy good. Okay, I don't know what exactly it is about this scent that I loved so much, but maybe it was the kettle corn. I guess it was like, it did smell like sweet and salty and spicy. It was so good. This one is one that I would love to see back. This is one that I would like get in a loaf. It's that good. So really unique. I don't think there's a ton of kettle corn scents that I've noticed out there, but I would be happy to pick up some more kettle corn scents because I loved this. It was a shocker how good it was. Witch's Butterbeer is caramel apple cider, frosted pumpkin cupcakes. This one was just a very strong apple cider scent. And it was mixed with that caramel. It was definitely like cider, like super spicy apple. Maybe because of the pumpkin cupcakes, it made it even more spicy. But it was good. It was really a unique, nice scent. I didn't hate any of these. Also, if you haven't noticed, I loved all of these. All of these I loved. Because I love fall, I love October, so. Jack and Sally, oh, this one was so good. I put this one in my bedroom because it just was like a classic cookie scent. It's monster cookie, royal cookie, and frosted sugar cookies. Royal sugar cookie and frosted sugar cookie. It just smelled like cookies. It just smelled like somebody was baking fresh cookies in my bedroom, and it just smelled delicious. This one, I will say, didn't last a super long time, but it did smell, for like the short amount of time that it was there, it smelled delicious. So lighter, but really good. This one is the Overlook Hotel. It's pumpkin spice latte, mac apple, and sticky brown sugar. Another incredible one, like all of them are, but this one was tart mac apple, super strong on the apple, mixed with like the latte. Yeah, so mixed with like the coffee. Definitely picked up coffee in this. Definitely picked up coffee, but mixed with the Macintosh apple made it like really unique, and not like anything I've ever smelled before. So I would definitely repurchase this one in a loaf as well. This one, out of all of these was loaf worthy, and Ichabod Crane or Ichabod or whatever, however the heck you want to say it. These two are like my favorites out of that little row that I just showed you. Okay, on to the ones that I did write on the back of. Actually, this one I didn't either. This one is caramel. If it'll focus. Let's see. This one is caramel apple pops, which is just green apple lollipops with a caramel coating. You guys know those like lollipops that are like in that green wrapper. This one smelled just like that. It was super delicious. Candied green apple, not like a juicy tart green apple. It's very much like a Jolly Rancher green apple, mixed with like the, like, not gooey. It was almost like a tasted. I wasn't eating the wax. Almost smelled like a hard caramel coating, if that, like the kind of like hard caramel coating you would get covered with like an actual caramel apple. That's what that reminded me of. Really nice. Loved that one. Actually, like, would definitely, that one falls into the same, would get a loaf in that. This is Elm Street. This is marshmallow coffee cake and caramel macchiato. This one was definitely really strong on the coffee cake. It reminded me of the coffee cake scent from Better Homes and Gardens, I think, where it's just like the coffee cake crumble. Definitely really nice and a delicious cinnamon bakery type scent. This is a pumpkin carving by the campfire. It's pumpkin roasted over an open campfire. I don't know what that word is. Applewood, smoked amber, and myrrh. I gave it a 8 out of 10. Tom loved this one. Super unique, just like a fire with a great smelling wood burning on it and pumpkins. This one is Scarecrow Munchies. It's maple toddy and a slice of pecan pie. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I said it was very nutty. And then we've got some more. This one is the witch's hat. This one was super cool. Very similar to that by the campfire from Ebony Violet. These ones fell into that same like perfect Halloween type of scent. It's crackling sandalwood, cocoa marshmallows, blackberry tobacco, cedar, amber, and patchouli. So very similar. And that's what I wrote on the back, 7 out of 10. This one is Salem the Cat. It is cherry marshmallow bits and cereal bars. I remember melting this part of this last year and really enjoying it more. But then this year when I melted it, it smelled a little bit like a grandma's perfume at the end. In fact, I didn't like it so much that I don't even want to sniff the jar again. It was, yeah, great at first and turned into grandma's perfume. 7 out of 10 for that one. Nothing wrong with grandma's perfume. It's just a unique scent. This is Halloween pie. It is a spooky good treat, blueberry and apple pie. I said 7 out of 10, perfectly blended between those two scents. This one is Boogeyman, which is cinnamon, crunch frosting, vanilla butter fudge, and blueberry cobbler. This was an 8 out of 10. It smelled just like blueberry fudge with cinnamon graham crackers crumbled on top, is what I said. This is Haunted House, which is creaky floors and ghosts. And this one was masculine and earthy, and I gave it a 7 out of 10. And then on to my last row before I go through all of the not completely empty empties. This is Ginger Snap Jack-O-Lantern, which is ginger snap cookies infused with white pumpkin and topped with sugar crystals. 6 out of 10. I'm not a huge fan of ginger scents, so it was just okay. It really did smell like a gingerbread cookie, though, to me. This one is Autumn in Salem, which is smoldering autumn leaves, birch, guacamole, and evergreen wood. I said 9 out of 10. Love, love, love. Smells just like the haunted woods of Salem. So yeah, it was the evergreen scent in this, I think made it like super woodsy, which I love. Midnight, this one I remember. I think this was like the first one I melted this October. This is bergamot, petrograin, frankincense, cedar, vanilla, musk, and patchouli. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I said it smelled like a soapy man, like a man all soaped up. So that's weird, but I remember it. And then the last two here I have Frankenberry sugar cookies, which is Frankenberry cereal and freshly baked sugar cookies. Mild fruity bakery scent, 5 out of 10. And finally, for the empties, I have witch's broomstick, cinnamon broom, campfire marshmallows, and cedar. And I said 7 out of 10. Very craft store vibes, but with someone doing laundry. Yeah, this one gave me like a laundry vibe, which is weird. I don't know why, but it was a cinnamon laundry. I don't know, quite odd, but interesting. So I'm going to cut this video and then I'm going to come back and show you my non-empty empties. Okay guys, so I'm back and here I have laid out all of my big bags of wax that I used a good majority of, or some of. Some of them I just used like 4 cubes, which isn't too much, but I got a decent enough idea where I'm just going to give you like my very, very minimal thoughts on them. So I'll just jump right into this. I have Poison Apple. This is from, let me see, actually, I'll zoom in a bit more. Okay, so Poison Apple, which is from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is in the scent notes Macintosh Apple and Black Cherry. Absolutely obsessed. I wrote on the back of this one, I said, fave, amazing, 10 out of 10. I usually don't fall in love with a scent quite as much as I fell in love with this one. But the mix of like that tart, crisp apple and the sweet, juicy cherry is just like, oh, it's so drinkable. It's so delicious. I love the name. It's very like Sleeping Beauty, very like, I don't know, Halloween, Poison Apple. I'm just obsessed. Would 100% get that one again. And if it comes back in like a loaf, I'm doing it for sure. This is from Zape. This is in Halloween Town. And I didn't use a ton of this. I think it came with like three shapes. And I think I used like most of one of the shapes. I just like chopped this thing up to bits. This is a caramel cider, autumn leaves, and haunted houses. I was super, super excited to melt this one on Halloween. And that's what I did. I melted it on Halloween. It was a really, really nice blend of all three of those scents. You smelled like that juicy, caramel, rich, cidery scent mixed with like the fresh outdoorsiness of the leaves. And with the haunted house, it gave it like a musky scent, which is really unique, but smelled super good. This one was probably like an 8 or a 7.5 out of 10. It was a decent throw. Well, maybe like an 8.5, around there. It was a good, strong scent. And these Zape scents have really shocked me because they last so long. Like they all just, I feel like this was like going for like the whole next day too. So really surprised on that. And I just purchased Zape's Christmas scents that they just had yesterday. Yesterday was it? Day before yesterday that they launched them. So I'm really excited about that. Another Zape that I have here is candy corn cake. This is white cake, candy corn, buttercream, and pumpkin marshmallows. This came in like the big candy corn like type shape thing. I gave this one, very sad about it. I gave this one a 3 out of 10. I said it was soft, but like a fluffy white cake. Sweet, soft, fluffy white cake. But it, really not strong. But my nose is always like I said, vanilla cupcakes or pumpkin cupcakes are genuinely, I just can't smell them. And that's like across the board. Pretty much every vendor, they're just pretty soft scents. I went through, where should I go next? I guess. L3 Waxy Wonders. I used up 2 shapes maybe in Pyramid Head. I gave it a 8 out of 10, strong, earthy hay smell. Yeah, this one, I don't remember the exact notes on this, but I do remember hay bales being in it. And I feel like when I was melting this, all I could smell was the hay bales. Like, it just smelled like somebody stuck a bale of hay in the house. It's not bad. It's really good. It's also, like, sweet, but oh, my partner loved this one. But it's kind of like a masculine hay scent. This is the Strange Charm, and speaking of hay, Hayride. This is Fresh Fallen Leaves Pumpkin Apple Butter. And I gave this one a 8.5 out of 10. So it's decently strong, but I said floral, question mark. This one literally smelled like straight up flowers when I was melting it. And I don't know if it was like the apple, maybe the oil that she uses for like the pumpkin apple is like a sweeter apple. But something about this, or maybe like the leaves were floral. Something about this was pulling really floral for me, which is not bad, but it's just not what I thought it was going to be. It smelled totally different on cold versus warm. It was just floral on warm. Interesting. Anyway, so let me move on to my 3 bars from Sassy Girl Aroma. So this one here, I'm so obsessed with how these look. Just visually, they're freaking gorgeous, right? Can we not handle that? This is Horror Film, which is juicy blackberries, Vermont maple, toffee, and creamy butter mingled with rich vanilla buttercream and sugary cotton candy. This one really just smelled like sticky, sweet, rich, dark blackberry. It just was so good. In fact, I'm probably just going to melt some more of this one today because I liked it so much. It's so good. It's the blackberry, her blackberry that she uses is just like literally heaven. It's so good. I'm obsessed with her blackberry blends. And then this one is Corpse Bride, which I've only used 4 cubes of both of these. This is cranberries, crushed apples, and spices, and it smells like exactly what that is. It smells like tart cranberries, sweet apples, and a little bit of like cinnamon spice and clove kind of spice. Really nice. And then this one I've only used 2 of the cubes out of, so I don't have like the best idea on this, and it just went in the bathroom. But it was Bonfire Bliss, leaves, and toasted marshmallow. This just smelled like a sweeter Bonfire Bliss to me, I remember. It's like, well, Bonfire Bliss is like a toasty bonfire scent, but with the toasted marshmallow, it was really, really nice. I like this one a lot. I really like this one a lot. I think that's it for the Sassy Girl. Yes. So I will finish up all of my non-empty empties with Salt Mountain Melt. So I used 2 out of 3 of the shapes of this one, 2 out of 3 of the shapes of this one, 1 out of the 3 of the shapes of this one, and then I don't really know if this is a whole one, but I think 1 out of the 3 of the shapes of this one. So I'll start with this one because it's the one I have the most left of. This is Hungry Ghost, which is pumpkin pecan waffles, sugar cookie, and toasted marshmallow. Now, pumpkin pecan waffles on its own is too nutty for me, but this mixed with the sugar cookies and toasted marshmallow made it like extra bakery, not extra bakery, but like extra creamy, extra sweet, and not as pecan-y. I gave it a 7 out of 10, and I wrote on the back that it was much better than a plain pumpkin pecan waffles because the sugar cookie helps even out the nuttiness of the pecan scent. Wow, so exactly what I said. Good memory, Alexis. Surprising myself every day. Halloween Town, I don't think I wrote on. Oh, I did. Okay, so Halloween Town, I wrote is light, 6 out of 10, a spicy gingerbread scent. It's so-so in my opinions. I loved the colors, though. Like I have said multiple times throughout this video, I'm not a big fan of ginger scents. I'm not a big gingerbread fan. Even like in cookies, I'm not a big gingerbread fan. So maybe I shouldn't have got that one. I don't know. It was nice. It was good for what it was. Maybe closer to Christmas, I would like that. Who knows? And then 100% That Witch is pumpkin cupcakes, candy corn, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. So pumpkin cupcake, like I said, is usually light to my nose, but cupcakes at Tiffany's is always super strong to my nose. So both of these mixed with that, plus the like kind of, I don't know, honeyed kind of vibe that candy corn oftentimes gives, made this like a really, really nice scent, like a really sweet and stronger scent. I gave it a 6.8 out of 10. I said it smells like vanilla cupcakes with buttercream frosting on top. I didn't pick up a ton of spice. My mom thought this smelled like bubblegum. My mom thought that this smelled like bubblegum, which is odd. But I kind of can see where she's coming from. It did kind of give like a fruity vibe. I have no idea where the bubblegumness came from, but she's not wrong. And then finally, I have Just Add Ice Cream. I love the freaking label on this. Amanda crushes it with her labels. Absolutely adorable. I only have one little owl left, and I'm really sad because I don't want to finish him, but I do at the same time because he was so good. So I wrote 9 out of 10. Love. This is much better than Country Cookies from last month. Creamy apple crumble-like. So last month there was that scent, which is Country Cookies that I just said. And to me personally, just my opinion, those smelled similar, or they had like similar notes. The notes on this are glazed cinnamon donuts, mac apple, and vanilla ice cream. And I think on the other one it was like mac apple maybe with oatmeal cookies and vanilla ice cream, or there's vanilla something I think with it. I'll have to look back and really compare, and I don't have the bag anymore to sniff. But it really, really did. This was like what I wanted that one to be, which I'm fine because this one was it. But I really was impressed with this one. It was super, super strong. And this one lasted days and days. Like I think that this lasted the longest out of all of the wax melts. In fact, you know what? This one, I'll tell you what scents lasted the longest in my house. This one lasted like three days, like nonstop melting. Like I'm not joking, like nonstop melting. And where's the other one? No. This one lasted forever. My poison apple, my favorite there. And I thought that I had another Zape. What was my other Zape one that I melted? Why am I not? Don't know. The other Zape one that I have, that one lasted forever. Like surprisingly forever. Yeah, so I guess that's it, you guys. Those are all of my non-empty empties too at the end. So you got to see literally every single thing that I used this month. Maybe if I didn't like finish it, everything I used. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed that video. If you stuck with me through the whole thing, leave like a little pumpkin in the comments. I just kind of want to know who watches this beginning to end, or like if you guys skip through, that's cool. I don't mind. Because I do the same thing. I kind of like jump around sometimes when I watch videos. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope that your month of November is as stress-free as it can possibly be this month. And I hope that you stay healthy and stay happy and have a great day. Bye, guys.